was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. This is taken at the 15. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Wentz now to throw. Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Two jet. Go. Waiting.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got room. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Mayfield on the bootleg. He gets it left side to Johnson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mayfield on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go now.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First down, Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
2nd down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Hurry up, here we go.
Mayfield now. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Go, go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Hurts. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Lefty, lefty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wentz now on 1st down. Screen pass to Sproles. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's Ajayi. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. In there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep, Michael Campanaro. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 3.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey. Rip. There we go. Back. 120.
Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ram. 82.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go now. Boom, landing. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
On first down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Hot.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Set. 3-19. Gun. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. I'm bringing it to you. Let's fly 3. Let's fly 3.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Go.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On play action, Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Get over there. Go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And that is incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Leopard! Here we go now. Blue line.
The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green.
Let's stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Mings, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 53 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Patriot! Blue 90!
Now Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 36 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
Well, you would think that if you threw 119 touchdown passes in your time at Oklahoma, another one might be routine, but not when it's your first one in the NFL. Welcome to the league, Baker Mayfield. And look out, NFL defenses.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Campanaro on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd down, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Gordon. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, this is Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The first throw for the backup Foles. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Black. Be alert, be alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Corey Graham brings him down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Z. Ready. 319.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. From left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Taylor now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The gun, it's Taylor. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Keep going right at him. Purple 64.
They'll run with Clement. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Purple 64. 180. Right. Hey, silver.
They'll run again with Clement. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 13.
Foles fights off the defender. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.